for the second day of January. Nikki, you say forgiven. You say soft qualities like forgiveness. Trust me, one of the hardest and strongest qualities you could have as a human is the ability to forgive somebody. And that requires more strength than anything you could imagine. That requires more strength than most of the things you'll ever do in your life. So that just remember, just keep strong in everything you do. So this morning I want to read from still in the book of Matthew. Matthew 18 to 20 says, "Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them." And today, I'm just grateful for my wife and my children, and I'm grateful for another year to be here, another opportunity to sit at some of the tables that we all sit at, being able to worship together. I think I miss my church, because we still away. And I grateful for my church. I'd be listening to them on Sunday, but I'm still grateful nonetheless. But this particular verse is a verse that teaches us about prayer, and it's one of those. It actually has it's a multi-tiered scripture though, and this was actually words of God. Jesus spoke these words, and one of the things that I took out of this, and what really stood out to me, why I saved it last night when I was reading it, was because he said, "Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Right? And I always can remember like my mommy and my Grammy them telling me like, "Boy, be careful of the things you say." You know what I mean? Be careful of like what you speak over your life. Levette has always said that too. When I first met Levette, like that was one of the first things she would always say, like, don't tell yourself you sick. Don't tell yourself, you know what I mean? Because you loosen that out into the atmosphere and you putting these things on you and you giving these things an opportunity to overcome and overwhelm you, you know? So you should always speak life into yourself. You always should speak positively. You should never claim something as yours that don't belong to you. See, that sickness ain't yours. That ain't yours. That ain't Gigi, right? Gigi is who say that all the time too. Your words matter, you know? Like your words are so powerful and you shouldn't claim these things to be yours because they ain't yours. These battles, stop claiming them to be yours. That anxiety, no, that ain't your anxiety. Don't claim these things over your life because they start to become a part of your life once you start to claim it as yours. You start to embody it. And at the end of the day, our Father is just telling us that, listen, you don't claim these things, don't speak these things on earth because they go up to heaven. Every word that comes out of our mouth, God listens to, He don't miss a beat. There's nothing that He miss. He don't overlook it. He don't nothing. And a lot of times, some of these things that happen to us in our life is things that we speak over ourselves, and then what we allow others to speak over us too, you know? Because that's another part of the scripture he reminded us of right just now. You know, he told us that if two of you agree on about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. And that go for the good and for the bad. So be careful of the people you surround yourself with and what y'all talk about, because your words matter. Your words are so powerful. You have to be so careful of who you surround yourself with and who you allow them to speak about or what you allow them to speak into you. Remember y'all, I was telling you the other day about the woman who walked up to me and say, if she could pray for me in the middle of the mall, and I was like, nope, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah, be reminded of that too. You know what I mean? Be intentional with your prayer partners, choose, allow God to choose the people for you in your life. Let him bring them to you. And then you use your will and your power of discernment that he has blessed you with to choose your circle wisely because the things that y'all pray about matter and their hearts matter too. You could be praying for good health and the person next to you praying that you get sick or praying on your downfall. So it's so important for you to choose your circle. That's why one of the things, and I'll go back to this, one of the things that I'm grateful for today is this room and the persons inside it. Because You know, even when we were inconsistent, Indira stepped up to the plate. You know what I mean? And Indira kept the room open, and Indira ensured that we always had a safe space to come to the persons that we know we care about and who care about us to come and pray together, you know? And Lavette is somebody that I know could pour those magnificent prayers over you, you know what I mean? And Nikki always has come with her words of encouragement, and Steffi too, and Jalida. You know, everyone just has served their purpose in the kingdom once you align yourself and allow God to manifest those persons that you're needed and who He knows that you need to help to build His kingdom. So just be reminded of that, you know what I mean? And these were some wise words for the Father. And I will continue to feel grateful for this group, and I will continue to feel grateful for every single person who's in there. So thank you again, everyone, for the opportunity to be a part of your prayer circle and to be a part of your kingdom citizenship. So I'm Kerry, and I pass the mic on to my sister Gigi.